exam and no blood test. Just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
Did you know emotional symptoms are common after a concussion? Anxiety, sadness, irritability? These feelings can make everyday life harder after a head injury. And if you've had emotional struggles before, recovery could take even longer. That's why it's so important to recognize and understand these symptoms are a normal part of healing. If you need help, contact a medical professional. Learn more at hawaiiconcussion.com. This message was brought to you by Hawaii Concussion Awareness Management Program, HCAM.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Back here at Banco Arena at Stan Sheriff Center, they had an autograph session, or at least the autograph session going on right now with members of the University of Hawaii football team getting ready for the Sheraton Hawaii Bowl 11 days from right now. Kind of a cool thing happening today right before we tip things off for the final time of the month of December for Hawaii and UTEP. We'll give you our injury report tonight, which is brought to you by Hawaii Pacific Health, creating a healthier Hawaii. UTEP is without Tyrese Watson, their senior from Philadelphia. Watson is out because of an injury, undisclosed injury, but they will miss Watson. He's their leader in assists, averaging just over 3 a game. He's their leader in steals. Naturally, when you lead the team in assists, you have the ball a lot. You also lead in turnovers, but he's also, along with that, Tyrese Watson is their 5th best scorer. So they lose someone who has made 5 starts this year. He will be missing his 2nd game of the season, but he is here. He did play on Sunday against Seattle U, scored 4 points in 19 minutes, turned the ball over 5 times. That's really the only notable one here for UTEP. Hawaii, the injury report is the same. Tanner Kumpf is here, still got the crutches on as he continues his recovery. But a non-injury note for the University of Hawaii, Jalen Myers is out tonight. I don't think Jalen Myers is here, actually. The official word on Myers, he is out for a violation of team standards. So Hawaii will not have him for this game tonight. What will it take for Hawaii to pick up a win tonight? It is brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. We've got you covered. One of the things that you kind of expect that UTEP is going to do, we talked about a little while ago, this will be a game that may very well likely be decided in the post, as we have highlighted Elijah Jones. We have highlighted Jamal West Jr. Their 2 best scorers are both post players. So it's going to be important for Hawaii to stay out of foul trouble. But one of the other things that I think is important is, and this has been talked about and ingrained in Hawaii's minds in the preparation for this game, is UTEP can be aggressive, but they also foul a lot. And that is something that if you get who is going to be the team that is the most disciplined 15 feet and in, and we're talking about both on the offensive and defensive sides of the ball. That is going to be very important tonight, especially with UTEP. If you lose Elijah Jones because of foul trouble, that could be a very big problem. You lose Jamal West Jr. because of potential foul trouble, that could be a very big problem. So that's important for UTEP. But we have also seen where Hawaii has had issues with foul trouble, whether it has been Isaac Johnson. Harry Rulideff has been in that situation too. So it is very imperative that post play is the highlight here tonight. But I think the other thing for Hawaii tonight, we have seen the movement against a zone defense. I don't know what exactly that UTEP is going to throw out tonight. It's going to be interesting. One thing they are expecting, they think they're going to get a press from the Miners, but Hawaii has handled full court pressure very well. I'll go back to Wednesday. That was one of the better games that Hawaii has had when we talk about controlling the basketball. Hawaii is going to want to continue that going into conference play, kind of keep that momentum. And you want to leave a good taste in your mouth before you go on this long break between tomorrow and December 31st. Hawaii does not play a single game up to that point. It is a long, long break. So you want to go into this break playing some of your best basketball. Hawaii played some of its best basketball on Wednesday. You want to continue that tonight. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds here for station ID. You are listening to Rainbow Warrior Countdown on ESPN Honolulu.
ESPN Honolulu is Hawaii's sports leader. KKEA Honolulu, 1420 AM and 92.7 FM. Part of the IO family of companies.
Slow arriving crowd here in Manoa tonight. I know we see the band there, festive. We see the Christmas shirts, the Christmas hats. Some of our crowd here in attendance, kind of the same. We'll see what we get here tonight for the final non-conference matchup here in 2025. UTEP still has a bunch. Well, they have a couple more non-conference games. The West Star Don Haskins Sun Bowl Invitational, but after that, it is into Conference USA play with the likes of teams like Kennesaw State, New Mexico State, Liberty, etc. We'll get you lineups and tip when we return here in Manoa. Hawaii and UTEP to wrap up 2025. This is Rainbow Warrior Countdown on ESPN Honolulu.
At Dow Electric Supply, we're your local-based company with your needs in mind. We see the light in Hawaii, and rest assured, we are with you all the way. Our sales counter and will call are here to serve Hawaii's electricians, developers, utility companies, businesses, and homeowners. The Dio Lighting Gallery showroom is open by appointment only. Go online to www.dialelectricsupply.com. Open weekdays from 7 to 3. At Dow Electric Supply, we see the light.
CU Hawaii is now open, and wow, the response from the community has been incredible. Now we need you to join our growing team. Starting at $17 an hour, we offer paid employee medical for those who qualify, flexible schedules, and an energetic, fast, fun work environment. We're also hiring management positions with amazing growth opportunities. If you're ready to be a part of something new and exciting, visit our website, nice2, the letters cuhawaii.com, and check out the job section for all the details.
For over 100 years, Aloha United Way has tackled Hawaii's biggest challenges, connecting local people to critical resources. Together with our partner agencies, Aloha United Way has helped families, supported our keiki, and empowered financial stability across Hawaii. We invite you to carry this spirit forward at auw.org/donate. Together, we can shape a brighter future for all of Hawaii. Brought to you by Aloha United Way, aired by the Hawaii Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Are you ready to prove you're the ultimate football fan? It's time for ESPN Honolulu's Pigskin Picks, brought to you by M. Dyer Global. Each week, pick the winners of NFL games for your shot at prizes. Weekly winners score a $100 gift certificate, and the grand prize winner gets a trip for two anywhere Southwest Airlines flies. Sign up today at ESPNHonolulu.com and make your picks every week. Pigskin Picks is your ticket to football glory.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. $5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BREAK25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BREAK25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BREAK25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
is how we get ourselves ready for Hawaii basketball. From Banco Arena at Stan Sheriff Center, it is Hawaii and UTEP here on a really nice Saturday evening in Manoa. Josh Pacheco with you. Good to have you in joining us. Let's give you the starting lineups, how both teams have constructed their lineups. It's brought to you by Hardware Hawaii, customer first. UTEP has been mix matching lineups all season long. Let's give you their lineup. Caleb Blackwell at one guard. Blackwell, a junior from Buford, Georgia, at 6'1", 185 pounds. He is joined in the backcourt by Trey Horton, junior from Charlotte, North Carolina, at 6'5", 205 pounds. Horton making his second start of the season, his third career start. In the front court, Kasim Watson, who had been coming off the bench the last couple of games, he will get the start. He's a junior from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, at 6'9", 200 pounds. Jamal West, second leading scorer on this UTEP team at 13+ a night. A senior from Baltimore, Maryland, at 6'6", 225 pounds. And Elijah Jones rounding out the five. Jones, a junior from Pleasantville, New Jersey, at 6'8", 220 pounds. All playing under Joel Golding, his fifth season at UTEP. 673 and 68 is Golding's record, but he's got 231 wins in 15 overall years as a head coach. Sorry, try not to break character here, but I got the Grinch in front of me out in starting lineup, showing high fives and fist bumps and then faking it at the last minute to UTEP players. But he'll give one to the official. Okay. Well, you got to know who to give it to and who to psych out. Hawaii's lineup, it's fine for head coach Iran Ganat, is the same as it has been for the last few games. Hunter Erickson at one guard, the grad student at 6'3", 200 pounds from Provo, Utah. Dre Bullock, freshman from Tacoma, grad student from Franklinton, North Carolina, at 6'6", 190 pounds, also in the lineup. And Aaron Hunkin Clater, the sophomore guard from Wahiwa, at 6'3", 175 pounds. Those are the three in the backcourt. Up front, Harry Rulidev, averaging 10 and 5 a night. Rulidev, senior from Brisbane, Australia, at 6'9", 230 pounds. And in the middle, it's the big fish, Isaac Johnson, who hasn't necessarily been playing up to the name, but they might need that from him tonight. Johnson, the senior from American Fork, Utah, 7 feet tall, 240 pounds. Hawaii wearing white with the green and black trimming on the sides, numbers and letters in green with Hawaii across the front of the chest, and the island chain above the numbers on the back. UTEP is wearing orange tonight with white trimming along the bottom of their jerseys, numbers and letters in white. Our officials assigned to tonight's contest, the same that were here on Wednesday. A little bit of a mini Hawaiian vacation for Rick Batzel, Wilson Holland, and Travis Caswell. I joke about that, but it is actually a thing. In Big West play, and this is not Big West weekend, but in Big West play, the officials who are assigned to the Thursday game here in Hawaii, they stay here and they work the Saturday game. It is not necessarily normal that you have the same officiating crew 2 games in a row. But that is one of those exceptions, probably travel costs that come into play that allows for that to happen. You look at UTEP, Hawaii will see a lot of UTEP very soon. Saw a lot of them in the past. In fact, they have played 53 times previously. UTEP leading the all-time series, 34 wins to 19 losses, but it was Hawaii who won last. These two teams played at the 2019 Hawaiian Airlines Diamond Head Classic, and Hawaii won that game. But that's the last meeting. These two old WAC foes will become Mountain West foes in 2026 and on. Not just in basketball and some of the Olympic sports, but football as well, where UTEP will be joining the conference. The new look Mountain West Conference. No Boise State, no San Diego State, no others. But you will get some of the new teams. Football, Northern Illinois. Baseball's going to have Utah Tech. It'll be a little bit of a hodgepodge of teams starting next year. It's going to be Elijah Jones and Isaac Johnson in the center circle. Travis Castle, the ball in his hands, ball in the air, and the tip is won by UTEP. I don't remember the last time Hawaii has won a jump ball. They've lost most of them here recently. Between the rings, Jamal West Jr., dribble handoff right for Trey Horton III, and now they run the weave to the top in Blackwell, who works off the right side of a double screen. Moves it between the rings to Elijah Jones, looking right, almost pivoted left, keeps the basketball, moves it to the left wing. West Jr. slips, lost the basketball, and it goes out of bounds. A turnover on UTEP's first possession. Was open for a moment at the wing, but West is not a three-point shooter. He's only taken 6 this year. Got into the lane and just lost it. And it went out of bounds. Hawaii going right to left on your device. Hunk and Clater got a little bit of space beyond midcourt thanks to a Harry Ruleedeff screen. Clater dribbling between the rings, gets a screen right from Isaac Johnson, uses a second one going left, goes left to the lane, draws help out up top to Johnson. Nice pass fake, gets in the lane, jump stop, 2, partially blocked in the air, loose ball tipped in the air and won by UTEP. They'll underhand it out left to West. Kasim Watson out to the far corner, Caleb Blackwell. Moves it angle right for a quick three from Horton. That's off the back iron. Rebound grabbed out of the air by Dre Bullock. No score, just over a minute in, and Bullock hurrying into the front court. One-on-one with Watson. His three is knocked down just above the left wing. Hawaii 3, UTEP nothing. 18:45 of the first half. Quickly the other way is Blackwell. Cut off near short corner. Tries to drive, floating pass far baseline to Horton. And out left wing, Watson. One-on-one with Erickson and wants to back him into the post. Watson one-hands it out left. Blackwell will get in the lane. Underhands it right for West. Extra looking in. Turns, fades from 10. That's off the back iron. Rebound for Hunk and Clater. He initially wanted to pass it out. He had nowhere to go. And that turned him into a fadeaway in the paint. Top of the arc, Ruleedeff to the far wing in Erickson. Erickson draws help into Ruleedeff, who slipped the screen opportunity, rolled right down to the rim, got the Erickson pass, and laid it in. A 5-0 Hawaii start, almost 2 minutes in. Blackwell walking forward into the front court. Hawaii playing man defense. Gets a screen left, good help from Ruleedeff. Blackwell keeps it, goes up top for Watson. Around the perimeter near wing for Elijah Jones. His first shot of the game is a 3. Splash from the near wing. Jones, a 29% three-point shooter, gets the Miners on the board. 5-3 Hawaii, 17:43 here in the first 20. Hunk and Clater looking left, quick chest pass left corner. Erickson to answer, misses short. Rebound through the hands of Ruleedeff and tracked down by Trey Horton III. We'll get it out for Watson, who will walk across the timeline right. Finds Blackwell between the circles. West sets the screen. Blackwell uses it. Between the legs dribble. Spins and kicks left corner. A fake from 3 and a foul as Jones got his man a little off kilter off the shot fake. And the foul's going to be the first on Dre Bullock. Elijah Jones, not a bad shooter, but he is their leading scorer, averaging 14.5 a game. That 3 he knocked down the last possession. Right in rhythm, somewhat contested. As Watson goes baseline on Bullock, his 2 floats off the right rim, misses. Rebound for Johnson. 5-3 Hawaii, 17-10 left in half number 1. Hunk and Clater gets a late screen left from Johnson. Pulls up 15 feet away, finds Bullock, high slot left. Back to Hunk and Clater at the wing, floats it into Johnson. Lost the ball through his hands, recovers. 3 defenders around him. Johnson forces it out, Hunk and Clater, skip pass right. Ruleedeff head fake, he drives in the lane. Floating 2, he's swatted out of the air, but it goes right back into the corner to Bullock. Up top for Erickson, gets his way in the lane and lays it in. That ball hung in the air for a while. It was blocked by West. Or check that, blocked by Watson, but it found its way back to Hawaii, and the lay-in for Hunter Erickson makes it 7-3 Hawaii. 16:30 to play here in the half. In the post, it's Jones turning, right hand, no. Check that, that's Watson, I believe. That is Kasim Watson. He's fouled, first on Isaac Johnson. And Kasim Watson will head to the free throw line, shooting 2 for UTEP. What a sequence on that last possession. Ruleedeff going in and just tried to put a little finesse on it. And it seemed like that ball hung in the air forever. As first free throw goes down. Gitas Namiksha enters the game for the Big Fish. Namiksha, the senior from Lithuania, 6 feet 8 inches tall, 220 pounds. We also see Mohamed Bai, junior from Senegal, 6'10", 235 for UTEP, bringing him a little more size. Second foul shot goes down. 7-5 Hawaii, 16:25 left here in a rolling first half clock. Hunkin Clater across midcourt. It's to the right side, finds Rulied up top of the arc, and then the near wing Bullock. Crossover dribble. Bullock leaning in, lost the ball out of control, and taken away out of the air by Bai. Hurrying ahead is KJ Thomas, who also just checked in. To the far wing, Watson. He'll get it toward the post. Jones back to the basket. He's got a mismatch with Erickson. Jones turns, fades from 10. That's around and out. Rebound tip near side to Blackwell. His three right wing is good, and UTEP has its first lead. 8-7 Miners, 15:50 in the half. Hawaii wanted a loose ball foul on UTEP that they didn't get. Here's a floating pass above the left elbow for Rulidev. Goes across to Namiksha. Looking inside for a player trying to move off the ball. They'll move it back left to Hunkin Clater. Little jab step. He goes baseline. Dishes out right wing Erickson. Up top for Bullock. Fakes from 3. Fakes again. Now uses the dribble. 5 to shoot. Bullock through 2 different defenders. That slips off the right rim. Rebound goes to Bai. And the outlet near side for Blackwell. Skip pass left wing Watson. Back out for Thomas. Up top Blackwell. 3 away. Off the back rim. Long rebound goes out to Erickson. And we'll get a foul as Bai tried to rip it out of his hands. Foul on the big man, his first. And it will lead us to a timeout. We've got 15-12 to play in the first half. Hawaii trailing UTEP by the score of 8-7. This is Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Get ready, Hawaii. It's the Rainbow Warriors facing the Cal Golden Bears in the 22nd edition of the Sheraton Hawaii Bowl. Christmas Eve at 3 p.m. at the Clarence T.C. Ching Athletic Complex. Feel the energy as Timmy Chang and Nick Rolovich lead their teams in this historical matchup. This is college football at its best, turning holiday spirit into game day excitement and a tradition you can't miss. Bring your friends, bring your ohana, and make memories at Hawaii's holiday tradition. It's more than a game. It's a celebration of community and local pride. Experience the edge of your seat competition right here at home. Hawaii versus Cal. Grab your tickets now at SheratonHawaiiBowl.com. Don't miss out. The Sheraton Hawaii Bowl, made in Hawaii, played in Hawaii. Mahalo to Sheraton Hotels and Resorts, Julia Hotels and Resorts, the Hawaii Tourism Authority, Hawaiian Airlines, Maui Brewing Company, and Coca-Cola Bowl season.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
$15-12 to play. UTEP has knocked down a couple of threes here in the first nearly 5 minutes. The Miners leading Hawaii by the score of 8-7. The next time we'll talk to you for Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu, it will be New Year's Day, when the Rainbow Warriors are on the road to take on UC Riverside. Our coverage will begin at 2:30 with Rainbow Warrior Countdown from the Student Recreation Center. Tip-off just after 3, part of a Hawaii Hoops doubleheader. The men on the road, the women at home. 6:50 broadcast time on New Year's Day with Dave Kawada and Khaled Spiller. You'll hear it on ESPN Honolulu. Elijah Jones, Caleb Blackwell have each knocked down triples. Both of UTEP's made field goals are on beyond the 3-point border. Dre Bullock's got the first Hawaii points of the game with the 3. Hunter Erickson, Harry Rulidev have made shots here early on. We'll see Isaac Finlinson for the first time in for Hawaii, joining Hunkin Clater, Namiksha, Rulidev, and Erickson as UTEP puts some pressure and Namiksha sets a screen to kind of jostle Hunkin Clater free. Erickson, high angle left for Namiksha, or for Finlinson, I beg your pardon. Top of the arc for Rulidev. He's one-on-one with West. Out to the high left side in Finlinson. Hassled with his dribble, and we got a lot of contact. This one looks like it's away from the ball. That's going to go on UTEP's Bobby Montgomery Jr. He and Harry Rulidev were tied with one another right around the free throw line. And the whistle goes Hawaii's favor. So the Rainbow Warriors will inbound baseline to our left, far side of the floor. Hunkin Clater floats it in for Rulidev 18 feet away, hands it back to the Hawaii point guard. Hard dribble to the free throw line left. Up top for Finlinson, fakes the 3, dribbles right into Blackwell and draws the foul. That is a very heady play by Finlinson. He got Blackwell not necessarily entirely up in the air, but he got him moving just enough where he forced the contact and blew the whistle. Some players might have actually tried to take the shot and force the 3 shots from the free throw line. He decided not to do that. Foul either way with 14:45 left in the first half. Hawaii trailing 8-7. Hunkin Claire finds Namiksha, angle left. Quick trigger for 3 off the back rim. Rebound tipped high in the air. Comes to the near side off a couple taps. And it's in the hands of Mohamed Bai for UTEP. Hawaii has not scored in over 2 minutes. Blackwell slowing it down. Hawaii playing man defense. You've seen them mix it up the last couple of games. Far wing, West Jr. Moves at top of the arc to Bai. Namiksha gives him space. Dribble handoff a little sloppy. It's back in Bai's hands. But he's got to get it free. He goes to Thomas, top of the arc. Shot clock's at 5. Thomas driving on Erickson. Jump stop at the low block. Hesitates, goes up for 2, and puts it in. 10-7. Miners ahead. 6 minutes elapsed here in the first half. Namiksha dribbling to the near wing. Trying to take Bai off the dribble. Goes up for 2. Too hard off the glass. And Bai wags his fingers in the Dikembe Mutombo fashion, saying, Near wing Blackwell. I don't think they gave Bai. Oh, they did give Bai the block. I didn't know if he had it. Double team comes to the baseline on West. He brings it out with the dribble. Now he'll back down Rulida. West leaning in. Shot fake. Couple of shot fakes. Up with the left hand, and he forces it in. UTEP is on a 9-0 run, leading 12-7, 13-28 left in the half. UTEP's physicality, that was the scouting report coming in. They were going to be physical, and so far that has won them the 5-point advantage. Skip pass angle left, Namiksha into the near wing for Hunter Erickson. Erickson slings it top of the arc for Finlinson to the mid-block right, Rulida. Backing in on his man, left-hand hook, that's short. And another rebound for Bai. He has been a difference maker since coming in off the bench. Blackwell slows it down, finds Thomas standing right in the H, the midcourt logo. Hawaii fans trying to make a little bit of noise here. Blackwell away from a screen, stripped out of his hands, taken by Namiksha, and we got a foul right at the top of the key. Right as that turnover happened. See, do they give it to Bai? They do. And just as we were talking about the impact Mohamed Bai has been making since coming off the bench, he picks up his second foul, and it's going to have to come right out of the game. Bai, in the stretch of 4 minutes, 3 rebounds and a block. Didn't take a shot, but is a space eater in the paint. But he's got to come out. David Tubek in the game for the first time for UTEP, a junior from Juba, South Sudan, joining KJ Thomas, Kasim Watson in there, Elijah Jones is in, and Trey Horton the third. Top of the arc, Rulida, dribbling left, and he lost it. Just careless with the dribble, taken away by Thomas. Thomas running right, finds the cutter near side. That's Watson, jump stop at the low block, forces up a 2 around Rulida, and puts it in. Rulida was just a little lazy with the ball in his hands, high left side, and the run continues. It's an 11-0 run for UTEP, leading 14-7, 12:23 in the half. That ball gets out of the reach of Erickson. He tracks it down far sideline. Erickson floats it for Rulida. Skip past left corner. Namiksha, quick 3. That's off the short rim. Rebound high in the air. Grabbed by UTEP and Jones. Jones skied for that over Rulida. Hawaii has not scored in nearly 5 minutes. Thomas walking to his left with a left-handed bounce. Hard dribble right of the lane, kicks into the corner. Shot fake from Horton. Pull up 15-footer. That's an air ball short, and it goes out of bounds. 11:53 to play in the first half. It is UTEP right now with control of this one, leading Hawaii 14-7. This is Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Who doesn't love a good pizza? Visit Slice of Waikiki, your favorite pizza by the Slice Shop. For over 13 years, they've been serving up huge, freshly made slices and delicious appetizers for locals and visitors alike. Drop by their new location at 333 Seaside Avenue to instantly satisfy your pizza cravings by the slice or build your own whole pie masterpiece. Visit sliceofwaikiki.com for pickup, delivery, and catering options. Slice of Waikiki, freshly made pizza with aloha.
Ready for UH football, man?
Yep, check this out.
Oh.
The round sound, that works.
Whoa, I'm ready, bro.
Yeah, watch this.
How come the blender went off?
Huh?
The blender in the kitchen went off, bro.
Nah.
Try again.
Oh, man.
Okay, we can make some like fruit smoothies.
When you want your home or business wired right, call a unionized electrical contractor. 847-5341.
IBEW, local 1186, lighting your path to the future.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
So far, UTEP is playing the role of the Grinch here at Banco Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. And I'm not talking about the Grinch that's just randomly walking around the arena scaring people like Neil to my right. I'm talking about the role of the Grinch that has just been getting in the way of what Hawaii's been trying to do. UTEP has been the more physical team here in the first 8 minutes or so, out-rebounding Hawaii 8-7, and they have knocked down some big shots. Hawaii here, and this is a rarity for the Bows, struggling from the floor. Hawaii has missed its last 5 shots. 3 of 11 from the floor is Hawaii. Leading scorer is Dre Bullock with 3 points, but they haven't scored since the prior media stoppage. UTEP led by Kasim Watson, the former Cal State Bakersfield Roadrunner, who has seen Hawaii before. In fact, his freshman year at Cal State Bakersfield, played against Hawaii, played sparingly and didn't score in the one game he played against him, didn't see him in the other. But Watson knows Hawaii fairly well. Well, really only Harry Ruledeff, because he was the only player that was on this Hawaii team when Watson played him at Cal State Bakersfield. Isaac Johnson's back in the game for the Bows. So is Isaiah Kerr for the first time for UH, junior from Palo Alto, California. Finlinson, Namiksha, Erickson, the rest of the 5 on the floor. Finlinson hassled right angle up top to Namiksha. They quickly move it around. Left slot to Erickson, up top for Kerr. Gets in the lane, kicks left. Erickson open for 3. That's off the right rim. Rebound tapped out and out of bounds. Oh wow, they're going to say it's UTEP ball. Although Rick Batzel is going to call over his 2 friends, Wilson Holland and Travis Caswell, and they are going to change the call. It clearly looked live like that was off of Elijah Jones. And we're going to watch it on the big board. Yes, it was. Hawaii was going to challenge that, I'm sure. But Rick Batzel said, no, wait a second. We'll talk about it. We'll figure it out. And that's good officiating, because you don't want a team to have to blow a challenge if they don't need to. So that's a great job by Rick Batzel in doing that. 11:30 to play in the half, 14-7 UTEP. Erickson off of a Johnson screen, top of the arc, gives up a dribble, skip pass left, goes to Finlinson, drives by his man, stops at the low block, draws help to Erickson, touch pass right to Kerr. Kerr gets in the lane, throws it out high left for Erickson, snakes in the lane. Kerr, top of the arc, won't shoot it, goes to the right baseline. Johnson with 3 on the timer, well short, misses from 18 feet. And Jones, standing right underneath the rim, grabs the rebound. The other way goes Blackwell inside the arc, stops at the free throw line, goes right for Watson. Watson looking toward the right corner, will underhand it to Blackwell. Penetrates in on Namiksha, but he's cut off in the short corner. Step back, long 3 off the front rim. Kerr comes up with the board and will bring it up the floor himself. Kerr slowing down. He's going to have Watson wait on him, but he was a little slow getting there. Kerr drives, contact, missed the shot at the low block, gets his own rebound, brings it back out. They reset 20 on the timer. They'll bounce it into Johnson. Double team comes, almost lost the basketball, slings it out for Kerr straight away. Fires for 3, misses off the right rim. Rebound goes to Jamal West Jr. Hawaii has not scored in over 6 minutes. It's 14-7 UTEP, 10:24 left in the first half. Hawaii has not gone this cold from the floor in what seems like a month. Blackwell to the right side wing, finding Cassius Brooks back up top for Blackwell and around the perimeter, high left. Jones into the far side wing. This is Watson backing down to his man Kerr. Watson turns, fades from 14, left wing, knocks it down. 16-7 UTEP on Hawaii with 10 minutes to go in the first half. Hawaii has missed 9 consecutive shots. The Miners are on a 13-0 run. Johnson top of the arc. He'll launch from 3. That clanks off the back rim. Another rebound from Jones. UTEP out rebounding by Hawaii by 2 in this game so far. But Hawaii has had nothing go easy, and that was probably its best look in the last couple of minutes. Johnson was very much open. Reed with Blackwell between the circles. Guarded by Erickson. Chest pass above the left wing for Cassius Brooks. He'll get it toward the baseline. Watson is hassled by Finlinson. Jabs, now fires for 3. That's around and out. Rebound to Erickson. And he'll look to push it. He's got Kerr to his left. Johnson down the middle. Erickson gets left of the lane. Throws it out for Namiksha. 3 at the angle. That's off the right rim. And the rebound grabbed by Watson. And he's going to tell his teammate Blackwell, hey, let's settle it down a little bit as we get across midcourt. 9:05 of the half. 16-7 UTEP. Inside Jones, leaning in right side. Got Johnson up in the air. Misses the 2 short right at the low block. and Hawaii's coaching staff telling the Bows to push. Hawaii had the 5-on-4 numbers. Hawaii didn't show the urgency. Finlayson backing in, misses short as he had Watson right on his back. Up ahead right side. Brooks driving, his lay-in no good. Tip right back in by West, and a timeout by Hawaii. UTEP continuing to dominate defensively and continue their scoring run, which is right now at 15-0 over the last nearly 8 minutes. And that tip back kind of forcing the hand of Hawaii's head coach to put a stop to this with 8:42 left in the half. An 18-7 UTEP lead. This timeout called by Hawaii head coach Eran Ganot, brought to you by H-Camp, the Hawaii Concussion Awareness Management Program. I think that sequence says it all. Hawaii had a 5-on-4 advantage after one of UTEP's players missed the shot and went down, and the coaching staff was yelling, go, 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 and Hawaii was actually, for one of the rare few times, hesitant going right to left. And it was Finlayson, ultimately, who got to the low block right, was not sure of himself going up, and his shot was challenged by Watson. In fact, they gave Watson the block on that, on the Finlayson effort, and then coming right back down, you had the miss by Cassius Brooks, but UTEP running up the floor got the tip back. A little uncharacteristic for Hawaii here. Dre Bullock back in the game. Twists on his man, goes high right side for Eric Hunky-Clater. You see Toomey also checking in at that last stoppage. Top of the arc, Ruli Def, a couple of dribbles, throws it out. A little awry for Hunky-Clater, but he tracks it down. Gets in the lane, scoop lane 2. That whips off the left rim. That hit about 3/4 of the rim and rolled out left. Challenged opportunity, but it didn't go. Hawaii has missed 13 consecutive shots. Thomas goes over a screen attempt, keeps the dribble, goes into the far side corner. One-handed out does Tubeck for Thomas to the angle right. Montgomery Jr. drives high off the glass, no. Put back tip, no. But we'll get a foul that goes on UTEP on the loose ball effort, and that's going to go on David Tubeck, the transfer from Seton Hall. 7:53 to go in the first half. Hawaii, the offense right now looking like it's in frigid temperatures. It's an 18-7 UTEP lead. 7:53 left in the first half. This is Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Lex Brody's Tire Company would like to say thank you very much for supporting UH. Wear your favorite UH gear into Lex Brody's and get an extra 5% off tires, brakes, and most other services on top of LexBrodys.com Super Saver coupons. You're the best fans, and Lex Brody's voted #1 in North America is the best choice for brake repairs and to purchase tires. Please visit LexBrodys.com for additional details and to set an online appointment.
Thank you,
Lex Brody's Tire Company.
You tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's long-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit LexBrodys.com for the best tire value on Oahu. Thank you very much.
Lex Brody's Tire Company.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
7:53 left in the first half. It is 18-7. UTEP leading Hawaii. The Bows have not scored in nearly 9 minutes, missing its last 13 shots, one of its last 16 to be exact. Hawaii is 3 of 19 from the floor. UTEP, meanwhile, is on a 15-0 run, and it has been spread out. Kasim Watson, the former Cal State Bakersfield Roadrunner, is actually leading all scorers with 6 points on 2 of 4 shooting. It has been a real problem. UTEP has been a little more physical, a little more forceful, a little more aggressive, and that has played out here on the scoreboard so far. Hawaii basketball is brought to you by Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union, a proud sponsor of University of Hawaii sports. Harry Rulidef will inbound far sideline, of 3/4 of the way from the basket to our left. Hawaii going right to left on your device. Hunky-Clater, Bullock, Toomey, Finlayson, the 5 on the court. Hunky-Clater dribbling high right side against Blackwell. Gets a late kind of space mover from Toomey to the left angle. Rulidef for 3, knocks it down. A little fist bump from Eran Ganot. Knows how badly needed that 3 was from Rulidef. Hawaii's first points in over 9 minutes, trailing 18-10. 7:31 in the first 20. Near skill from Hunky Clater on a pass far side. Up top to Jamal West Jr. They give it back to Blackwell in the weave. Top of the arc, KJ Thomas, reverse course right. They float it right corner. Blackwell for three. That's off the right rim. Rebound goes to Dre Bullock. And he's going to push, doesn't have the numbers, but slows it down top of the arc. Goes it right wing. Rulidef back up top. Bullock and around the perimeter. Slot left to Hunky Clater. Toomey wants it at the high post. They can't get it there. Hunky Clater will use the dribble. Stumbles on the floor. Lost the basketball. Taken away by Blackwell. Bounce pass left for Thomas. Missed the jam off the front rim. And then we'll get a... It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be UTEP ball. Hunky Clater is down as he's got his shoelace off on his right foot. He slipped on the floor, and that's what led to the turnover. UTEP's coach, Joe Golding, came out and was the first actually to check on him and see if he was okay. That's a cool move. But Hunky Clater is got a slight little bit of a limp, but he is jogging to the back end of the bench. And he's going to go right to the water cooler back to our right. But Toomey, so the call, it's UTEP ball. Toomey was on the baseline and was out of bounds when he touched it last. And that's why UTEP has possession. West Jr., far corner, will back down Rulidef into the post. West still leaning, spinning, trying to pivot around, nowhere to go. Throws it out high left for Thomas. Left wing to Kasim Watson and back to West. He'll bring the ball out with the dribble to Watson at the baseline. 19-footer good. Kasim Watson with a game best 8 points so far. Miners doubling up Hawaii 20-10. 6:33 here in the first half. Erickson will use a Toomey screen top of the arc. Goes to Rulidef just to the right of the high slot. Will go across left to Finlinson. He's got Blackwell right on his hip. Finlinson stops with the dribble at the elbow right. Goes top of the arc to Bullock. Here comes the double team. Bullock in trouble. Lost the basketball. Taken away by Thomas. Up ahead, 2-on-1. Blackwell the lob. And that's put up off the glass and in by West. Wasn't the cleanest. West still put it off the window. The Hawaii turnover, it's fourth. It's 22-10. 5:58 left in the half. Erickson almost poked away from behind. Toomey dribbling right. Goes to the elbow. Finds Rulidef. Fakes for three straight away. Lane clears. He drives. Lay it off the back rim. Missed the gimme. And the rebound goes to Blackwell. They lob it ahead. Montgomery Jr. Jump stop. Goes up for two. Cleared Bullock and Erickson away. And still gets the lane. 24-10 UTEP. 5:37 left in the half. Erickson will slow it down in the front court left. Chest pass to the wing. Rulidef thought about the three. Now will fire and knocks it down. 2 in a row for Harry Rulidef. He is trying to be the spark plug right now for Hawaii. They're down 11, 24-13. 5:17 left in the first half. That three brought to you by Hawaii USA Federal Credit Union. Thomas right of the midcourt circle wants some movement offensively. Chest pass high left for Blackwell. Blackwell looks to the post. Now will go away from a screen. He drives. Blackwell trying to get right around Finlinson. Great challenge. He misses the two. Erickson the rebound. He pushes up the right side of the floor. Crossover dribble on Watson. Erickson under the baseline. Slings out. Rulidef left wing three. That's around and out. Rebound tipped in the hands of Bullock. And he gets out of traffic outside the three-point line. And a fresh 20 for UH. Erickson will slow it down. Sees the play call from behind him and the bench. He'll go forward to the dribble right off the Toomey pick. Erickson leaning low block, squares, his two off the glass, good right over Blackwell. 24-15, it's back to a single-digit game, 4:25 left in the half. UTEP is ahead. Walking forward is Blackwell. Let's go Bo's chance here at Banco Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. West Jr., dribble handoff top of the arc for Watson, drives on Rulidef, high arcing two off the glass, lips off front, rebound goes to Finlinson. He wants to push as he's got West on his hip. Then tries to dribble far sideline and lost it. Tried to take him off the dribble needlessly and just lost it off his hand and out of bounds. He'll come out. You see Toomey comes out. Aaron Hunky Clater is back. That's a good sign. So is Isaac Johnson. 24-15. UTEP ahead as we've hit the 4-minute mark left in the first half. Hawaii shooting 6 of 24 from the floor here in the first half. Thomas against Bullock. Low chest pass left wing to Blackwell. will hand it inside the arc to Elijah Jones. Pull up 18-footer. That's short over Isaac Johnson. Rebound grab by Dre Bullock. We'll go ahead right to Hunkin Clater. Looking over toward the bench to see what they need to do. Blackwell on Hunkin Clater. They're playing a man defense. Chest pass about 16 feet away, right baseline for Harry Ruliadep. Will lob it in the paint for Hunkin Clater. Grabs it out of the air and is held right inside the paint. Foul's going to go on KJ Thomas. It's his first. That is just the 6th team foul in the half on UTEP. Will be a baseline inbound for Hawaii when we return. 3:23 left in the half. Miners ahead, 24-15. This is Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Did you know emotional symptoms are common after a concussion? Anxiety, sadness, irritability? These feelings can make everyday life harder after a head injury. And if you've had emotional struggles before, recovery could take even longer. That's why it's so important to recognize and understand these symptoms are a normal part of healing. If you need help, contact a medical professional. Learn more at hawaiiconcussion.com. This message was brought to you by Hawaii Concussion Awareness Management Program, HCAM.
This UH sports season, stay cool and go green with Malona Ice Cream. Malona's creamy, refreshing bars are the perfect treat for every Bows fan. And now, you can enjoy Malona's new pina colada flavor, available exclusively in Hawaii. Whether you're watching from the stands or cheering from home, beat the heat and treat yourself to Malona. Find your favorite flavors at Costco, Foodland, Safeway, and 7-Eleven stores. Go green and enjoy Malona, the coolest way to cheer on the Bows.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Coming up at the half, we'll try to help you understand what has put Hawaii right now in a 9-point hole. It's 24-15, 3:23 to go in the first half. We'll also go through the Big West Conference scoreboard. UC San Diego's in action right now, taking on Tulane out in Henderson. That and more coming up on the halftime report. But it's a UTEP lead, 24-15, 3:23 to go in the first half. And here's kind of the key number. Hawaii was in a long scoring drought, 9 minutes and 4 seconds between baskets for Hawaii. And in that stretch, UTEP, I believe, was an 18-0 run that UTEP was on that really spaced this game ahead. But Harry Ruliadep trying to change things. He's knocked down a couple of threes to get Hawaii out of a little bit of a hole. He's got a team-high 8 points. Only 3 Rainbow Warriors have scored. Ruliadep with 8, Erickson with 4, Bullock with 3. Aaron Hunkin Clater will inbound, baseline to our left, near side of the court. As they give the go-ahead, let's see what they do. Looking left, throws it in, Bullock left of the lane, goes up, pushes up a 2 right between a couple of defenders, and is able to get it to go. 24-17, UTEP leading Hawaii. Give Hunkin Clater the dime on that. The Bows going to a 2-3 zone for the first time. 3:09 left in the half. Dribble high for Blackwell. They run the weave with Watson and now to Thomas, who will center the floor as they try to figure out the zone. Joe Golding from the bench moving people around. Chest pass above the left wing. Blackwell back between the circles. Watson gets a screen, goes right of the lane. Watson challenged by Johnson, misses the 2. Rebound by Ruliadep. Great job by Isaac Johnson keeping his arms up and avoiding committing the foul. Bullock the other way, misses the lay-in, too strong off the glass, and the rebound goes to Horton. Up ahead left is Blackwell for UTEP. One hands it out, high side for Thomas, left back to Blackwell, free throw line extended. Guarded by Aaron Hunkin Clater. Hawaii goes back into a man defense off the transition. Blackwell top of the arc, keeps the dribble. Crosses over on Hunkin Clater. Stops, skips it right side wing. 3-ball Thomas off the back rim. Long rebound goes to Watson. Gets 2 men up in the air, puts up the 2 and draws the foul. Got hit on the backside. Foul's going to go on Harry Ruliadep. It's his first. And we'll see the first, or UTEP's been to the free throw line already. They're 2 for 2. We'll see Watson go back there to try to complete the 3-point play and get it back to a 10-point game. Kasim Watson came off the bench the last couple of games, starting tonight. The injury to Tyrese Watson. Free throw misses off the right rim, and we'll get a foul called on Elijah Jones. A little tug on Gitas Namiksha. First foul on Jones, and Namiksha will shoot 1-1 from the opposite free throw line. Jamal West Jr. will come back in the game for UTEP. Who's it going to be for? it's going to be for Horton. Yeah, Watson, first 2 seasons at Cal State Bakersfield, although he redshirted his second year. Last season, he was at Delaware State. Had a really good year, kind of bouncing back in the MEAC. 3rd team all-conference a season ago. Front end of the 1-1 for Gitas Demiksha. That rolls in. 26-18. The official's going to remind Cassius Brooks about what he can and can't do off left of the lane, off of the free throw. Second foul shot. That's good. 2 of 2 for Nemo, and it's 26-19 UTEP. 2:15 left in the half. Hawaii showing some token full court pressure as they try to ratchet up what they do defensively. They'll sag back into a 2-3 zone right at the top of the arc. Thomas moves it far side to Watson, back between the rings and Thomas. It's Bullock and Hunk and Clater at the top of that zone. Thomas still with the dribble. High right side, Cassius Brooks. Back to Thomas between the rings. Quick movement left for Watson. Goes to the short corner left in Jones, double team, and then throws it into the Hawaii bench. Was looking for Brooks at the wing, but he was starting to cut to the basket, and he threw it right toward assistant coach Clay Wilson, who made the clean catch middle of the Hawaii bench. It's a UTEP turnover. It's 3rd of the night. Hawaii would love to close out the final 150 of this half on a very positive note to get to the locker room. Trailing 26-19. Elbow left, Demiksha knocked away by UTEP. That was Jones who knocked it away. He and Demiksha battling at the elbow. Hunk and Clater driving in the lane. Leads at the low block, turns, pivots, twists, turns and fades, misses off the back rim. Really enough offensive rebound and a foul before he goes up for the shot. UTEP thought they had a held possession there. Instead, foul's going to go on Jamal West Jr., his first. And Rulidev will shoot 1-1. You know, I sympathize a little bit with Jamal West Jr. That ball was kind of stuck on Rulidev's hip, and it looked like he had his hands on the ball. But the official saw differently, and Rulidev to the free throw line. Front end of the 1-1, good. 26-20. As the Bows are at the free throw line, brought to you by Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union for life. 9 for Harry. Second foul shot, good. And it's 26-21. 1 28 left in the half. Hawaii really cutting in here. There's Blackwell, gets across midcourt. Get Hawaii back into the zone. High left, Trey Horton the third. Between the circles now for West. Fakes a pass right, then middle, then...
Filled with tradition and pageantry, it's a game unlike any other. And one in which the nation's finest will battle and fight. Honor and privilege to sing second. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium, home of the Ravens in Baltimore, Maryland. As we'll see, a squad from the Americans, the Army Black Knights, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Cadets offense will go to work first. The Army-Navy game is always full of twists. Last year, just restored here in Inglewood, California, SoFi Stadium, in what has become a really fun bowl extravaganza, the Buck Up LA Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Boise State Broncos, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Washington Huskies offense will go on the attack first. We've got a battle that you two are going to love, and so is everybody else for that matter. High-octane offense, stone-wall defense. As they say, something's got to give, Jesse.
Yeah, this is a classic.
25, UTEP leading Hawaii here at the break. In the Big West Conference, one game going on right now. UC San Diego leading Tulane 31-20. It's the Jack Jones Classic in Henderson, Nevada. Tom Beatty's got 4 points. Prosper, the second for UC San Diego's got a team-high 14. Second half adjustments brought to you by Lex Brody's Tire Company. Wear your University of Hawaii apparel when you visit any Oahu Lex Brody's location and get an additional 5% off of your purchase. Keep UTEP from the rim, or at least make it a lot more difficult for them to do that. If UTEP has their way with Hawaii, it could be a tough second half for the Rainbow Warriors. Let's pause 10 seconds here for Station ID. You're listening to Hawaii Basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Your official radio home of University of Hawaii sports is ESPN Honolulu, KKEA Honolulu, 1420 AM and 92.7 FM.
Second half on the other side of this message. UTEP 29 and Hawaii 25. This is Hawaii Basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
This UH sports season, stay cool and go green with Malona Ice Cream. Malona's creamy, refreshing bars are the perfect treat for every Bows fan. And now, you can enjoy Malona's new pina colada flavor, available exclusively in Hawaii. Whether you're watching from the stands or cheering from home, beat the heat and treat yourself to Malona. Find your favorite flavors at Costco, Foodland, Safeway, and 7-Eleven stores. Go green and enjoy Malona, the coolest way to cheer on the Bows.
Do you hear that? That is the sound of BMW performance without a single piston or cylinder. A generation of all-electric vehicles designed and built like no other. The BMW iX, i7, and i4 revolutionize every drive into a thrilling opportunity to feel the pure rush of BMW 100% electric. But isn't that what you'd expect from the ultimate electric driving machine?
Find your BMW today with a test drive at BMW of Honolulu.
At Dow Electric Supply, we're your local-based company with your needs in mind. We see the light in Hawaii, and rest assured, we are with you all the way. Our sales counter and will call are here to serve Hawaii's electricians, developers, utility companies, businesses, and homeowners. Line to www.dialelectricsupply.com. Open weekdays from 7 to 3. At Dial Electric Supply, we see the light.
How do you get 100% of your work done when you're 40% short-staffed? Across Hawaii, city and state departments grapple with thousands of vacant positions. And with fewer workers, that means longer lines at the DMV, delayed building permits, and slowdowns in essential services. The government could resolve this by offering more competitive wages and benefits. For you, we hope they do. A message brought to you by HGEA, because Hawaii works best when we do.
Lex Brody's Tire Company would like to say thank you very much for supporting UH. Wear your favorite UH gear into Lex Brody's and get an extra 5% off tires, brakes, and most other services on top of LexBrodys.com Super Saver coupons. You're the best fans, and Lex Brody's voted #1 in North America is the best choice for brake repairs and to purchase tires. Please visit LexBrodys.com for additional details and to set an online appointment.
Thank you
Lex Brody's Tire Company.
You tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's long-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit LexBrodys.com for the best tire value on Oahu. Thank you very much.
Lex Brody's Tire Company.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
UTEP with a 29-25 lead here on Hawaii. Crowd's filled in a little bit here on this Saturday night. We did have the Rainbow Warrior football team recognized at the half. Head coach Timmy Chang, associate head coach Chris Brown were with them. Kansei Matsuzawa, now a man with his own Tokyo Toe coffee blend. That was announced just the other day. And the Walter Camp first team All-American was on the floor as well. Of course, they're getting ready for the Sheraton Hawaii Bowl coming up in 11 days against Cal. Hawaii will have it to start the second half. Ruley F, Hunk and Clater, Bullock, Johnson, Erickson, the 5 on the court as Hunky Clater will bring it across the timeline, guarded by Caleb Blackwell. Pass to the near side wing. Erickson was taken away, or was knocked away, and then UTEP trying to go across the floor with Horton with the steal. Could not complete it. He was out of bounds, so we'll go back to Hawaii. UTEP, Trey Horton, Caleb Blackwell, Elijah Jones, Kasim Watson, and Jamal West Jr., same starting 5. Hunky Clater inside the arc left, drives lane line, kicks out up top. Ruleedef wants a 3, and hits it. Third triple for Harry Ruleedef. He's got 15 points, and Hawaii is within 1. 29-28, 19:33 to go. Ruleedef has been the spark plug when Hawaii's really needed it. Angle right as Watson looks to the short block right side. Backing down, leaning is Jamal West Jr. Up top for Horton, out to the near wing. Watson can't answer the 3 at the wing. And we got Johnson arm in arm with a UTEP player. I think that was West. And I think it's Johnson who's going to be called for the hook here. And it is. Second on Big Fish. Isaac Johnson, no points in 9 minutes. He's 0 for 3 from the floor. Inbound goes in baseline right, Watson. They throw it out high side to Elijah Jones. Jones to the near side, dribble handoff for Horton. Didn't handle it cleanly, but he's got it top of the arc. Horton, pass left wing. Shot fake from West Jr. from 3. Gets in the lane left. Lost it momentarily. Picked it up off the ground. His shot too strong. Almost didn't hit rim. Hunky Clater the other way, high right side. Dribbles to the top of the arc. Near wing Bullock. Johnson wants it the post. They'll get it there. Johnson one-on-one with West. They get it away ahead of the double team. Ruleedef driving inside the arc. Going to get a reach-in foul. I think this is on Blackwell. And it is. Caleb Blackwell picking up his second foul. Now Hawaii will have the baseline inbound on the right side. Ruleedef, Bullock, opposite ends of the free throw line. Erickson, Johnson at the low blocks. Inbound thrown in. Ruleedef top of the key. Guarded by the taller Jones. Can't get the dribble handoff right to Hunky Clater. They instead move it high slot left to Bullock. Goes away from a Johnson screen. Bullock in the lane. Left-hand lane is good. And Hawaii retakes the lead. 30-29. 18:30 to go in the second half. Dre Bullock's got 7 points. Dribble handoff. Gets it up top for West around the perimeter right. Horton. They continue the weave with Blackwell now between the circles. Finds top of the arc West. Johnson gives him space. He gives it back to Blackwell on the handoff. 7 to shoot. Near side Horton around the perimeter left wing. Jones 3. Splash. Right over Ruleedef, and UTEP takes the lead back. 32-30. 2 minutes elapsed here in the second 20. Ruleedef dribbling right side. They clear Erickson away. They go top of the arc for Hunky Clater. Off the screen. Drives. Lane opens. He gets the offhand lay-in to go off the far side of the paint. We're tied at 32. 17:45 to play. One of those rare times UTEP really never came in to help on the drive. They weren't worried as much about Hunky Clater. Hawaii back in the zone. 2-3 zone with 17:34 to go. Blackwell dribbling up top. One hands it left corner. Horton, quick 3. Off the right rim. Rebound inside West. Put back up. That drops right in front of Johnson. Jamal West Jr., UTEP's leading rebounder, puts UTEP back ahead. 34-32, 17:15 to go. Hunky Clater right of the midcourt circle. Keeps his dribble going toward the near wing. Looks for a screen from Johnson. Gets it. Drives on Blackwell. Floating 2. Swatted out of the air by West. Hawaii wants a goaltend. They're not going to get that call. That can be something. It's not a challenge, but that can be looked at. That doesn't need a Hawaii timeout. Drive from Blackwell. His pass across the lane, knocked down and taken by Hunky Clater. And he is fouled in the open floor by Blackwell. Third on Caleb Blackwell. That's a big one. He's going to come out with KJ Thomas entering the game. Yeah, there's been a little bit of a, I don't want to say miscommunication, but there has been the talk about appeals versus challenges in both men's and women's basketball. The terminology has been a little bit different. You can challenge certain things. Other things can be appealed. As Hunky Clater throws it out top for for Namiksha, who just checked in for Johnson. Namiksha, hard drive left, 2 no good. Tipped by Ruleedef, no, off the glass. Rebound grab by Mohamed Bai, who just checked back in for UTEP. Miners by 2. 16:23 to go. West Jr. just above the left wing, throws it up top to Bai from Senegal. Uses the dribble left against Namikja, almost carried it. Throws it back out between the circles, and Kasim Watson gets a screen from Bai. Pull up 19-footer right. That doesn't hit rim. It goes out of bounds. Missed it long. A little uncharacteristic from Kasim Watson. See Bobby Montgomery Jr. check in for Trey Horton III. 34-32 UTEP, nearing 4 minutes elapsed in the second half. Hunky Clater dribbling above the right wing. Crossover dribble. Really trying to give him some space. They'll skip it up top for Namikja. His three is cut. Hawaii back up by 1. The Bows are 2 for 2 from outside the three-point border here in the second half. 35-34 Hawaii. 15:44 to go. Can Hawaii keep some momentum here? Thomas running point for UTEP. Dribbling right side against Hunky Clater. Looks into the post. Double team is there on West. West trying to dribble through it. Does. Lost the basketball. It's on the floor. West grabs it back. And did UTEP get the timeout? They did. UTEP able to hold on to possession thanks to the timeout. Miners basketball when we come back. 15:29 to play. UTEP trailing Hawaii 35-34. This is Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Get ready, Hawaii. It's the Rainbow Warriors facing the Cal Golden Bears in the 22nd edition of the Sheraton Hawaii Bowl. Christmas Eve at 3 p.m. at the Clarence T.C. Chink Athletic Complex. Feel the energy as Timmy Chang and Nick Rolovich lead their teams in this historical matchup. This is college football at its best, turning holiday spirit into game day excitement and a tradition you can't miss. Bring your friends, bring your ohana, and make memories at Hawaii's holiday tradition. It's more than a game. It's a celebration of community and local pride. Experience the edge of your seat competition right here at home. Hawaii versus Cal. Grab your tickets now at SheratonHawaiiBowl.com. Don't miss out. The Sheraton Hawaii Bowl, made in Hawaii, played in Hawaii. Mahalo to Sheraton Hotels and Resorts, Julia Hotels and Resorts, the Hawaii Tourism Authority, Hawaiian Airlines, Maui Brewing Company, and Coca-Cola Bowl season.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
15:29 to play. UTEP trailing Hawaii 35-34. Now, UTEP did get the timeout that kept possession, so it'll be Miners basketball to our left near that corner. They'll have 8 on the shot clock, 15:29 on the game clock. Now, I want to go back to what Hawaii was arguing. They thought there was a goaltend on a block a couple of possessions ago. We were talking about appeal versus challenge, and goaltending is one of those plays that is challengeable by a head coach on either side up until the last 2 minutes of the game. In the last 2 minutes of a game, then the officials can do it on their own to challenge or to look at a play like that. But Hawaii decided they could very well have used a challenge if they wanted to, but they decided not to challenge what could have potentially been a goaltend. And in a game that is as close as this, you want to hold on to all the timeouts you possibly could have. UTEP is down to 2. Hawaii has 3. Next stoppage is going to take us to another timeout, FYI, to our studio with 15:29 here in the second half. They'll get it to left wing. Horton off the inbound up top for Elijah Jones. Drives and kicks left for Horton. Knocked out by Erickson. It will be UTEP basketball with 2 on the shot clock when we come back. 15:22 to go. Hawaii 35, UTEP 34. This is Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Did you know emotional symptoms are common after a concussion? Anxiety, sadness, irritability. These feelings can make everyday life harder after a head injury. And if you've had emotional struggles before, recovery could take even longer. That's why it's so important to recognize and understand these symptoms are a normal part of healing. If you need help, contact a medical professional. Learn more at hawaiiconcussion.com. This message was brought to you by Hawaii Concussion Awareness Management Program, HCAM.
Looking for a checking account that actually rewards you? Open an eLife or Kasasa Cashback checking account with Hawaii USA Federal Credit Union. Set up direct deposit and get $100. Already a member? Refer friends. They'll get $100 when they join, and you'll earn $50 for every successful referral. It's easy, rewarding, but only for a limited time. Visit HawaiiUSAFCU.com/welcome gift for details or stop by any branch. Hawaii USA Federal Credit Union. Life matters. Insured by NCUA.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Hawaii 35, UTEP 34, 15:22 to go here at Banco Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. Hawaii basketball brought to you by Hawaii USA Federal Credit Union. Life matters. This will be a very interesting inbound here for the Miners. 2 on the shot clock, 15:22 on the game clock. We'll see what kind of sideline inbounds play they draw up here. And it could very well potentially be one of those momentum turning kind of inbounds here, given how tight this game is, how much both of these teams at times have struggled. A UTEP basket could be kind of a dimming moment for UH, but on the other side, a strong UH stand here defensively could be really big for Hawaii to try to continue some momentum. UTEP hasn't scored in over 2 minutes. As the inbound will come from near the front of the UTEP bench. Dre Bullock will guard the inbound, which is from Kasim Watson. Throws it in high left west. Off the dribble. Didn't get it off in time. Shot clock violation on one about 26 feet away. High slot left. That was a very quick 2 seconds. It just read 2 on the board. Was probably more like 1.6. Just round it up. Either way you slice it, it's a turnover. And it'll be Hawaii basketball inbounding in that same spot. 15:18 to go. A 35-34 Rainbow Warrior lead. Hunkenclair, chest pass straight away. Bullock off a really left screen. Bullock drives, throws up a 2. He got it. And the foul. The shrug of the shoulders. Dre Bullock knows he had to force that one up. Got it to drop. And will try to convert the 3-point play. We talked about how on one end, a big defensive stand would be meaningful moving forward, and that is indeed what happened. Foul called on West, his second, and Bullock does indeed convert the 3-point opportunity. Hawaii's got a 38-34 lead with 15:05 to go. They'll lob it across midcourt with KJ Thomas finding Kasim Watson. Back to Thomas and back against the Hawaii 2-3 zone defense. Watson high right. Back up top for Jamal West Jr. Moving around that defense. Right wing Watson. He drives baseline. Slings it left wing West Jr. Up top for Thomas. Around the perimeter right. The 3 ball from Horton goes at the angle. They got Hawaii's defense all moved around. And UTEP back within 1. 38-37, 14-37 to go. Shades of what Hawaii did Wednesday night against Hawaii Hilo's zone defense. Hunkenclair off the dribble, straight on 3, off the right rim. Rebound grabbed out of the air by Elijah Jones, his 5th rebound. And Thomas will slow it down into the front court. Hawaii will go man here in transition off the missed shot. Thomas, chest pass left wing. Horton another 3. Misses off the back rim. Rebound, loose in the paint. On the floor, that is Horton. And he's still trying to hold on to it. And another timeout taken by UTEP. Did we get a timeout or no? Let's see. It looked like UTEP called the timeout. I saw the official shake his head for whatever reason, but I believe UTEP called the timeout in order to keep possession. Yep, 30-second timeout that Horton called while he was on the floor to hold on to the possession. And that's big to a degree. For UTEP, important because it holds on to possession, but here's the flip side to that. UTEP only has 1 timeout remaining for the final 14:06, trailing by 1. And that's something a coach has to be able to put in front of his guys, because here's the other part. They saved the possession arrow, sure, but at this juncture of the second half, what's more important? Saving the possession arrow, which is in UTEP's favor, or saving the timeout? We'll see how much that matters going down the stretch. Thomas will inbound at the baseline to our left near side. The 3 players low block, or actually all 4, low blocking out horizontally sideline to sideline. The inbound floated in for West. 15 to shoot, 6 minutes elapsed. Throws it backwards, finds Thomas behind him. Top of the arc, Thomas with the dribble. Give it up. Now West inside the arc left. Not great spacing here by UTEP. West will use the dribble, driving on Ruledev. Cut off at the baseline. Throws up a tough two. Spins off the front rim. Rebound grab by Ruledev. Rob Jones, Hawaii assistant coach, who's in charge of the defense. 2 big fist pumps, knowing his defense came up with a big stand. Hunkin Clater looking left. Chest pass inside the arc for Erickson. Floats up one inside for Ruledev. His 2 blocked out of the air by Jones. That's another block for UTEP. It was a good look by Erickson inside, but UTEP was able to force it away. And we'll get a whistle and a foul here that's going to go against Hawaii. That's going to go on Gitas Namiksha. His first, second team foul here in the half. So a couple big subs here. Hunkin Clater, Ruledev coming out. Isaac Finlinson, you see Toomey into the game with Namiksha, Erickson, and Bullock. Those subs brought to you by Dial Electric Supply. They see the light. 38-37, Hawaii 13-15 to go. Thomas just in front of midcourt with the dribble. Chest pass a little bit low and out of bounds. One of those unforced errors was looking for Watson, and that chest pass was low, and it skipped right underneath his hand and out in front of the bench. One of the officials telling the Hawaii bench to sit down. Too many people standing up at the time. 13:07 to go. 38-37 Hawaii. Demetrius stops his dribble at the angle. Skips it up top to Toomey, who hands it behind him to Erickson. Got the taller Jamal West Jr. on him. Erickson driving to the low block. Leans, fades, kicks. Tough shot over the 6'6 West. Erickson knocks it down. Hawaii by 3. 40-37. 12:45 remaining. Thomas between the rings against Dre Bullock. Bounce pass far sideline, finds Watson. Now to the baseline and Jones. Jones twisting on Namiksha, keeps his dribble. Now in the lane, left hand floater. That goes as he hits the deck. What a tough shot for Elijah Jones. Just kind of sidewinding it with his left hand and got it to drop. 40-39 Rainbow Warriors, 12:23 to go. Toomey hands it top of the arc to Erickson, and we'll get a foul here. Horton hits the deck. Toomey was right in the area. It was just kind of like a natural screen. Horton's the one that hit the hardwood and is called for the foul. That's his first. With 12:21. And they're warning the assistant coaches once again to stay seated. Something that was said earlier for Hawaii. 12:20 to go. 40-39 Rainbow Warriors. Erickson stops his dribble up top. Inside the arc. Slot left to Toomey. Across right for Gitas Namiksha. Namiksha with the dribble inside the paint. Spins. Right-handed hook. Barely hits the front rim. Rebound taken by Elijah Jones. And he'll give it up to Caleb Blackwell. Blackwell will slow things down across midcourt. UTEP going right to left on your device. Blackwell against Bullock. Brings his dribble to the near side of the court. Bullock not giving him any space. Couldn't reach it, drive it away. Now finds Watson. Dribbles inside the arc right. Now we'll bounce it into the post. And we got a bump. Namiksha. I think that's going to be Namiksha on the backside. Let's see if they give it to him. Haven't seen the call from the official just yet. Hunter Erickson talking with the official on his way to the bench. It was a kick ball is what the call was, not a foul. So they'll reset the shot clock to 20. UTEP will inbound, trailing 40-39 to Hawaii with 11:46 to go. UTEP inbound when we return. You're listening to Hawaii Basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Rainbow basketball season is here, and Helle's running full court press on savings. Save 25 cents per gallon on fuel every day when you download the Hele app. Whether you're courtside or watching from home, Helle's got the winning play. Download the app to redeem. And from November 17th to December 28th, Hele is raising funds for Hawaii's local food banks. Every gallon helps us give back.
Hele on!
Aloha from Waiakea. As a proud corporate sponsor of University of Hawaii Athletics, we're committed to keeping our athletes and fans hydrated with delicious volcanic water straight from the Big Island. Rooted in Hawaiian values, we believe in honoring the Aina, land, supporting our community, and living with aloha in everything we do. You can find us at most stores across the islands or learn more at waiakea.com. Live aloha, drink Waiakea.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Hawaii 40, UTEP 39. It has been a defensive grind here in Manoa. Hawaii shooting 37.5% from the floor, 15 of 40. UTEP not much better, 16 of 41, 39%. Both teams an identical 5 of 14 from three-point range. Key numbers, UTEP is once again out-rebounding Hawaii 26-24. 6-5 on the offensive glass, 11-6 Miners advantage in second chance points. But here's kind of an unfortunate number for UTEP. They now have turned it over more than Hawaii. Hawaii has not turned it over in the second half. UTEP has 3 times. That's kind of a big number as they wipe up the floor underneath the basket as we come back from the timeout. UTEP inbound, baseline, far side of the floor. Inbound goes into Mohamed Bai. Dribble handoff for Blackwell. Right elbow 2. That's good. Just outside of the free throw line. And UTEP retakes the lead. 41-40, 11:35 remaining. Erickson brings it forward. Gets a screen from Yassine Toomey. Drives and kicks out up top. Toomey makes the dribble handoff. Tries to drive. Lost it off of his foot. Bai grabs it from the baseline. Ahead left, Blackwell. Blackwell, top of the arc. Hawaii looks a little lost on who to get defensively. Toomey in a mismatch. Blackwell right. Now crosses over. Has Erickson now. A much more favorable matchup for Hawaii. Here's Watson backing down against Finlandson to the low post. Watson turns. Right-handed hook off the front rim. Misses. And Toomey the rebound. And then he lost it out of bounds as he was trying to turn around and get the ball away to Dre Bullock. Just lost it. It just had a low dribble and didn't keep it in his hands. We talk about turnovers, and Hawaii's had a couple of those that have been absolutely needless. Several subs here for UH. Harry Ruleidef is back. Isaac Johnson is back in. Bullock, Finlandson, Hunk, and Clater, the 5 on the floor, while they wipe up the floor once again near side of the lane. 5 for UTEP, Blackwell, Bai, Watson, West Jr., and KJ Thomas. Thomas, a 6'1 sophomore from Amarillo, Texas, averaging just over 3 assists a game. Inbound, floated in at the free throw line for Watson. Drives on Finlandson right of the lane. Brought back down by Finlandson. What's going to be the call? It's Hawaii ball. Isaac Finlandson coming up with a big defensive stand. Got his arms up. Didn't necessarily block it, but came right back down with it. Actually, Ruleidef, they're going to give, well, they gave it to Ruleidef. It was actually Finlandson. They'll have to change that eventually. 41-40 UTEP, 10:47 to go. Bullock off the dribble, 3-ball around and out, top of the key. And the rebound grabbed by Watson. Up ahead right goes Blackwell. Slows it down against Hunky Clater. Hawaii stays in the man off of missed shots. The weave brings it to Watson, and now Blackwell back to the middle of the floor. Blackwell gets a screen left from Bai. Drives left of the lane. Kicks it out right wing. 3-ball for Thomas. Good. Blackwell went right around the baseline, slung it out above the wing. Found him for 3. And it's 44-40 UTEP. 7-0 run for the Miners, 10-11 to go. Bullock, left wing. He goes baseline, drives, draws lots of contact. Hammered as he goes to the ground. There are a couple of UTEP players in the area. I thought, and Bai is saying, what is Bai doing? He's called for the foul, his third. He was either doing the finger wag or he was saying, you can put the foul on me. It looked more like a wag, which you're called for the foul. You don't get to do the Dikembe Mutombo finger wag when you're called for a foul. Either way, Dre Bullock will go to the free throw line. 2 much-needed free throws here. The first one goes. It's 44-41. Spy comes out and Jones re-enters. Bullock, one of 2 Hawaii players in double-figure scoring. 11 points, a team-high 5 rebounds for Dre Bullock as well. Second free throw. That's it. 44-42. .06 remaining. Hawaii has not hit a field goal in nearly 3 minutes, but the Hawaii defense has been forced to play some of its toughest work tonight. Back in the zone, the Bows are. High left, Thomas, top of the arc for West Jr. Luter back left again for Thomas, top of the arc, Blackwell. Around the perimeter, right wing to West. West looking up top, gets it there. Blackwell fakes a pass left, timer to 6. Near side, Thomas for 3. Knocks it down. NBA range above the left wing. 47-42, UTEP leading. 9:31 to play. KJ Thomas, a 21% three-point shooter on the year, has knocked down a couple. Bullock slips with the dribble, goes toward the baseline, and Ruledev back out. High left side for Bullock. Throws it behind Finlayson, who tracks it down, almost turned over. Hawaii had numbers momentarily, couldn't take advantage of it. Finlayson doesn't know where to go. Finds Johnson. They go across left from Hunkin Claire, left to Ruledev, knocked out of bounds by Thomas. Boy, all sorts of concern on that possession. Hawaii had a 5-on-4 possibility with the defender overplaying at the near side. Finlayson didn't know what to do with it. Got it to Johnson. He had a touch pass for Hunkin Clater, who could have gone to the rim. He decided to make the extra pass. Ruledev up top with 1 on the timer. Launches. Can't bank it in from distance. Rebound tap free. Loose on the ground. Bullock's got it. Bullock in the lane. Challenge for 2. No good. Rebound tipped out. It goes into Horton's hands. Hawaii with a couple of opportunities, and UTEP will walk it forward. I don't know what Blackwell's saying to official Rick Batzel as he was walking up the floor. UTEP holding on to it, leading 47-42, 8:37 to go. Blackwell dribbling up top, slings it underneath. Thought he would have Jones open, and he didn't, and he throws it away. Jones tapping his chest saying, my bad, but that's not on Jones. That's on Blackwell. He was trying to force a pass in that had no passing window, and I think it was Ruledev who was fronting that, forcing that giveaway. 47-42, Miners leading, 8:25 to go. Hunkin Clater crossing midcourt, one-on-one with Caleb Blackwell to the baseline right. Ruledev, good find inside for Johnson, touching it right in as he was flashing backside of the defense. First points for Isaac Johnson. 47-44, 8:10 to go. Let's go Bo's chance starting to increase in volume. Thomas high left, one hands it to Blackwell between the big rings, draws help from Ruledev. To the right wing, quick 3 away. That's off the back rim. Loose ball at the baseline, grabbed off the miss from Tubeck, and it's Hunkin Clater coming the other way. Hawaii can tie it with a 3. Bullock between the big rings, uses the Johnson screen. Johnson flashes off it, they can't find him in the post. To Hunkin Clater, high slot left. One-on-one with Thomas, passes right side corner, Ruledev. Back to Hunkin Clater at the angle. Gets a screen from Johnson. Good job by Thomas staying in front of it. Hunkin Clater finds a flashing Finlayson, and he'll go to the line. Going down the lane line, that's a tough find for Hunkin Clater, but he found him. Draws the Caleb Blackwell foul, which is his 4th. And it'll be free throws for Isaac Finlayson when we return. We've got 7:30 to go. UTEP 47, Hawaii 44. You're listening to Hawaii Basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
How do you get 100% of your work done when you're 40% short-staffed? Across Hawaii, city and state departments grapple with thousands of vacant positions. And with fewer workers, that means longer lines at the DMV, delayed building permits, and slowdowns in essential services. The government could resolve this by offering more competitive wages and benefits. For you, we hope they do. A message brought to you by HGEA, because Hawaii works best when we do.
Ready to drive into the holidays with something new? Get behind the wheel with a car loan as low as 5% APR. Whether it's a shiny new ride or a reliable used car, we'll help you cruise into the season with confidence and savings. Apply today at hificu.com and start your journey to holiday happiness. Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union, for life. Annual percentage rate disclosed is the lowest rate available at a 36-month term. Other rates and terms available. All loans are subject to qualifications and approval. Certain terms and conditions apply. Rates are subject to change without notice. Effective till 12/21/2025.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
47-44, UTEP leading Hawaii, 7:30 left here from Banco Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. It has been kind of a test of wills tonight. Nobody has really cracked under the pressure. We have had 2 really solid defensive battles here. Hawaii shooting 36.4%, UTEP shooting just over 40%, 40.4. When Hawaii shoots under 40%, the results usually aren't very good. Hawaii shot 32% against Oregon, lost. Hawaii shot 38% against Cal State Fullerton, won. So Hawaii is 1-1 when shooting under 40% on the year. UTEP, on average, 45% from the field. So they're below their average as well. But they are being propped up by 7 made threes, 4 in the second half. UTEP's a 30% three-point shooting club. Coming in. Ike Finlandson to the line, shooting 2. And the first one off the back iron misses. Trip to the free throw line brought to you by Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union for life. Finlandson 11 off the bench for a second straight game on Wednesday. Knocks down the second free throw. Hawaii within 2, 47-45. 7:27 remaining. KJ Thomas crossing the timeline. Caleb Blackwell out. He's got 4 fouls. That's going to be interesting to manage. Thomas stops in the paint. Hunkin Clater cuts him off. Throws it out high left for Elijah Jones. Back to Thomas between the big rings. Doesn't use the screen given to him. Instead goes left. Here's a drive from Jones. Cut off low block by Rulidef. Jones pivoting. Gets around Rulidef and still puts it in. Rulidef just kind of softened up for a little bit. And that allowed Jones to just kind of turn the corner on him and get the 2. Miners by 4, 49-45. Rulidef straight away around the perimeter right for Finlandson. Goes baseline. Throws it inside for Johnson. Hesitates. Up for 2. Banks it in and draws the foul. Could Isaac Johnson put together a big second half? Gets Hawaii within 2. The free throw can make it a 1-point game. 49-47. Draws the second. Trey Horton, the third foul. It was all drawn by that baseline drive. There was just enough help drawn to the baseline. Johnson, a target, standing right in the middle of the paint. Just float it to him. He could put it in, and he did. Free throw misses short. Rebound grabbed by Elijah Jones. 49-47 UTEP, 6:41 remaining. Near side wing, Cassius Brooks, who checked it a short time ago, works off the screen, has it straight away, tries to lob it inside for Jones, and that was not a lob. That was an airmail. That was a Christmas gift that missed its destination. 6.5 to go. Turnover number 8 on UTEP, 49-47. There's been a couple of those that UTEP has had within the last 5 possessions or so. 6:25 to go. Chest pass left corner. Rulidef Dre off the back rim. Rebound right into the hands of Thomas off the deflection. 2-on-2. Goes left for Brooks. Challenged and fouled. Rulidef got the block, but I don't think he's the one that's going to get the foul. It's going to be on Hunter Erickson, his first. With the initial challenge, it was Rulidef on the backside. And Cassius Brooks, who did not play Sunday against Seattle U, coach's decision, will shoot 2 with his team up 2. Spent a couple of seasons at Arkansas Tech. Second team all-conference, scored over 18.5 last year. Started his collegiate career at Kirkwood Community College. First free throw off the back rim and out left. Dre Bullock back in for Ike Finlandson. Bai and Watson back in. Jones leaves, so does Horton for UTEP. 29-84 in the house. Trying to make as much noise as possible for Brooks' second free throw. That was just his second miss of the year. Second one. Around and out right. Came into this game 7 of 8 from the free throw line. UTEP 49, Hawaii 47, 6:10 to go. Hunkin Clater looking right. Rulidef comes to the ball and gets it and gives it back to Hunkin Clater. Inside the arc, left up top for Hunter Erickson. Erickson gets a screen from Johnson, leans right of the lane, kicks left corner for the lead. Hunkin Clater got it for 3. Aaron Hunkin Clater gives Hawaii a 50-49 lead. 5:44 to go. Defense kind of sagged to the right side of the court. It left him wide open. Top of the arc, Brooks. The handoff goes to KJ Thomas. Off the screen from by left. Drives left of the lane. Stumbles at the low block. Keeps the basketball. Throws it out between the rings for Watson. 6 to shoot. Watson twisting in the lane. Pulls up from 12. Can't bank it in. And the rebound goes to Johnson. And a little bit of momentum right now for Hawaii with 5:17 to go. Hunkin Clater walking into the front court. Pass to Rulidef, right baseline. Finds in the Mid-block Johnson backing down by and reaching from behind on by will send Johnson to the free throw line. Fourth foul on Mohamed Bai. It is 1-1 here with 5:09 remaining. That was the 8th team foul on UTEP. Aaron Hunkin-Clater, who for the first portion of the year didn't shoot. All of a sudden now, he's become a little more confident to let the ball go, and he was wide open from the far corner. Couldn't pass that up. Knocks down his first 3 of the night. 5 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists for Aaron Hunkin-Clater. 1-1 for Isaac Johnson. Front end hits, 51-49. Some of the fans still obliging with that big fish chomp that has become his signature. 5 for Johnson, all in the second half. Second free throw in. 52-49, Hawaii by 3 with 5:07 and running here in the second half. Blackwell is back in the game for UTEP. He's got 4 fouls, so that's going to be interesting to see how he plays through it. One-on-one with Aaron Hunkin-Clater. Gets a screen right, uses it from Jones. Chest pass right side corner, went to Horton, back out for Blackwell. Blackwell step back left angle, keeps the bounce, almost lost it. Timer down to 6. Up top, this is West, who drives, left-handed lay and rolls in right around Johnson. And UTEP within 1, 52-51. West had just enough of a step. 10 points, 23 UTEP players now in double digits. Near wing Rulidev drives baseline and draws the bump before he kind of lost it for a moment. Foul on Elijah Jones, his second, and for the last time, Hawaii will be in the single bonus. 19th foul on the Miners. Johnson out, Namiksha in. Leading scorers for Hawaii tonight, Harry Rulidev with 15, Dre Bullock with 12. Rulidev a perfect 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 1-1 here, front end away, and it's good. 53-51. Came in an 80.8% free throw shooter. Second one for the team captain. Good as well. 54-51. You know it's good when you hear that silky smooth sound right off his right hand. 4:19 to go, a Hawaii 3-point lead. Blackwell between the rings against Hunkin-Clater. Twists off kind of a setting screen to the near side. Horton, they'll get into the post. Double team on West is there. He dribbles back out. They'll bounce it toward the baseline. Open 2 for Watson. Missed it from 8 feet. And we'll get a foul here on UTEP. West on the loose ball. He's the one that made contact, picks up his 3rd foul, and it'll be double bonus the rest of the way for UH. And Joe Golding saying, you know what, I saw some of this in the first half and it wasn't called. If I can read words, he's basically saying, why are we calling it here in the second half? 2 for Rulidev. Rattles the first one home. 4-point lead, 55-51, UH, 4:04 to go. (16-9) on Wednesday. He's got 18 points here. Second free throw hits the front rim, misses. Rebound, Kasim Watson. We've gone under 4 minutes. Hawaii's got control, 55-51. Blackwell, high left side, gets a screen, stops at the elbow against Hunkin-Clater, who's played great defense on him tonight in the man. Blackwell again cut off, twists with the dribble, pass left wing, quick 3. Horton off the back rim, no, but Erickson made contact with him, and Horton's going to shoot 3 free throws when we come back. Erickson may have very well been in the landing zone when Horton was coming down off the quick trigger 3. We've got 3:43 left. Hawaii 55, UTEP 51. This is Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
From pads and rotors
tires to shocks and struts, coming to a full stop should never mean your business does too. At Napa, we are the pros that know brakes and suspension better than anyone. So when others are grinding their gears, our premium parts and exceptional service deliver results. Whether you're operating a local shop or managing a national fleet, Napa has exactly what you need, when and where you need it. Get the brake and suspension parts you're looking for right now at Napa.
Aloha, this is Justin Rivera, Market Director of Store Operations from Napa Auto Parts, Hawaii. I was born and raised here, so I get how much cars mean to us. They're more than just transportation. They're a part of our everyday lives. That's why I'm proud to work at Napa, where we treat every customer like family and make sure you find exactly what you need to keep your car running strong. Whether it's a new battery, brakes, or that one part you've been searching for, stop by one of our Napa stores and we'll be glad to help you. Mahalo.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
3:43 remaining. Hawaii holding on to a 55-51 lead on UTEP, but we'll see 3 Miners free throws coming up here from Trey Horton III, who came into this game a perfect 1-for-1 from the free throw line. We'll see if he keeps that perfection here with the 3 that he's got in a moment. Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu, brought to you by Waiakea Hawaiian Volcanic Beverages, naturally alkaline and always refreshing. Find us at a Times or Foodland near you, or visit waiakea.com. Key story here, it has been so back and forth. Harry Rulideff has been huge for UH tonight. Game high 18 points. He's knocked down 3 threes. UTEP has had a tougher time with the basketball. 5 second half turnovers to Hawaii's 2. Trey Horton, Conference USA All Freshman Team selection 2 years ago. First free throw, good. 55-52, making his 3rd career start tonight. Second one. Around and out. There's his first miss of the year. 55-52. One more for Horton off the 3-shot foul. 3rd one away. Around and out. And Hunkin Clater goes up and grabs the rebound. 1 for 3 from the line for Trey Horton III. 3:37 to go, a 3-point lead. Hunkin Clater gets a Rulideff screen. Moves it to him top of the arc. Near wing, Gitas Namiksha. Back out straight away for Hunter Erickson. Bounce pass for Bullock in the leg. Trying a one-hand jam. Miss it off the back iron. Tried to force that one home with reckless abandon. He couldn't do it. Blackwell pull up to it at the baseline. Is an air ball from 17 feet. Rebound for Hunkin Clater. Ahead near side for Namiksha. Skip pass left corner. Erickson. He goes baseline. Draws help. Erickson twisting around. Goes into the corner. Bullock drives by his man. Lost it in the paint. Out left wing for Hunkin Clater. He hesitates with the dribble. Stops at the elbow for Namiksha. Right side 3. That's around and out. Rebound. Rulideff. Putback goes. 20 for Harry. It's a 5-point Hawaii lead, matching the largest tonight. 57-52. UTEP uses its final timeout. 2:52 to go. We will step away. Hawaii 57, UTEP 52. The finish when you come back. This is Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Did you know emotional symptoms are common after a concussion? Anxiety, sadness, irritability? These feelings can make everyday life harder after a head injury. And if you've had emotional struggles before, recovery could take even longer. That's why it's so important to recognize and understand these symptoms are a normal part of healing. If you need help, contact a medical professional. Learn more at hawaiiconcussion.com. This message was brought to you by Hawaii Concussion Awareness Management Program, HCAM.
Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kailua.
Hi, this is Eddie. I'm the lead lumber for Hardware Hawaii, Kailua. I like helping customers find what they need. It's not like another stranger just shopping here. My customers are like my friends, and then I just help them out, and I feel good, and it just makes my day. We're out here in the lumberyard ready to serve you.
Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kailua.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
2:52 remaining. Hawaii with a 57-52 lead on UTEP. Harry Rulideff, an offensive rebound and putback, has given him 20 points tonight, 2 shy of his career high. 5 rebounds, 6 of 13 from the floor, 3 of 6 from outside the three-point border. UTEP will inbound far sideline, 28 to shoot, 2:52 to go. But again, the key number, they are out of timeouts. Remember the 2 that they used earlier in the first half within the first 6 minutes to hold on to the possession. But they do have the arrow in their favor. Double team comes to West. Has it at the left wing, drives on Rulidep, twists on him, goes up, left hand too strong. Took a putback from Watson, no good. And the rebound for Rulidep. Hawaii standing firm as Hunkin Clater crosses midcourt against Blackwell with 4 fouls. To the baseline, right into Meeks. Pass inside. Rulidep got the 2! Flashing toward the baseline. Rulidep ties his career high with 22. 59-52, Hawaii's largest lead. Blackwell 2. Pull up right on the line. He got it to go. 59-54 as Blackwell went one-on-one to drop that one down. 2:05 to go. This is a wild way to get to the finish. Demetra between the rings for Hunkin Clater. He's fouled by Blackwell, and he's done. Blackwell tried to cut off the pass and step into it. He instead made contact with Hunkin Clater and committed his 5th foul. So Blackwell is done. Finishes with 7 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. And he knew it too. It almost looked like he jammed his finger as well, trying to cut in as he was kind of jogging the other way. But his night is done. KJ Thomas is in there with Elijah Jones, Trey Horton III, Kasim Watson, and Jamal West Jr. 2 massive free throws here for Aaron Hunkin Clater. Right-handed first free throw off the short side of the rim and goes in. 60-54. Trip to the free throw line brought to you by Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union for life. This would make it a 3-possession game. Second foul shot. Good as well. 61-54, 1:56 to go. Matching the largest lead Hawaii has had. Thomas across midcourt. Doesn't use the screen given to him by Jones. Twists and finds Jones at the wing. Fakes from 3. Jabs. Fires. Air ball in the 3 short. Rebound for Rulidep. Hawaii coach Iran Kanap putting his hands out saying, we don't need to rush. Let's take our time here. Down to 90 seconds left. Hunkin Clater, one-hand pass left wing for Erickson. Slings it inside. Namiksa, 2-hand jam! Slipped the screen down left of the lane. Got it from Erickson. Flushed it home. 63-54, lead is 9. UTEP has no timeouts. Thomas in the lane, finds a cutting Watson. Reverse lay-in, no. Tip inside, hesitating is West. Kicks it out right. 3, that is short for Jones. Loose ball in the paint. Third chance, no good from Watson, but he is fouled. But a lot of time came off the clock there. 1:02 to go. Bullock picks up the foul. UTEP will shoot 2 free throws. About 20 seconds, I would say, came off after the make on one end, and UTEP going to the line here. It will be Kasim Watson, 4 of 15 shooting, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Watson getting the start tonight with Tyrese Watson out due to injury. And he hits the first free throw. 63-55. So it's an 8-point game. Demetra out, Johnson in. Make or miss will be interesting to see how UTEP plays this. Second free throw. Good. 63-56. 3-possession game, 62 seconds on the clock. Inbound into Hunter Erickson. UTEP put up a little bit of pressure here, 3-quarter court. So Hunkin Clater near side. Goes back far side of the court. Erickson gets across midcourt with 3 seconds to spare. UTEP is not fouling. Erickson between the rings. Still with the dribble. Watson's in front of him. They could take this down to about 32 seconds. Timer's down to 9. Erickson goes over a screen from Johnson. Floats it in the paint, taken out of the air by Jones. They were looking for Johnson flashing down the middle of the lane. Johnson underhands it right side. Watson back between the rings. Thomas, 27 seconds. Near side West. He goes baseline. Bounces in the lane looking for Jones. Taken away by Bullock. And Bullock is fouled with 22 seconds left. West the foul, and Hawaii can ice it at the free throw line with 22 ticks on the clock. The turnover on one end put a little bit of nervous energy out there, but UTEP tried to do a little too much on the other side. A turnover of its own, its ninth. And Bullock at the foul line knocks down the first free throw, 64-55. As Horton in, Bobby Montgomery Jr. out. Here comes the second for Dre. Good. 65-55, 22 seconds left. Hawaii reminding its defenders, don't foul. Thomas crossing midcourt. Off a double screen. Bounce pass in the lane. Finds West inside. He gets the easy two. Clock stops at 12.3, 65-58. Hunkin Clater looking to inbound. Floats it in for Bullock. Bullock across midcourt. And there's the foul at midcourt by Jones, his third. And Bullock back to the line. Still a three-possession game at the very, well, regardless, being that it's 7 right now at 65-58. Some of the fans sensing what they feel like they know is going to happen, want to beat traffic. Some of them heading for the concourse. 14 for Bullock, 6 rebounds. He started the game strong, kind of quieted down. He's had a strong second half. Misses the first free throw, it rims out left. He'll have one more. One more for Dre. Free throw, good. 66-58, 9.8. UTEP will finally touch it. Get across midcourt. Does Thomas. Almost lost it. They find Jones. Near side West for three. That's blocked by Johnson. Near side three from Horton. That's good, but it doesn't matter. That three's going to count, but Hawaii is going to walk away with a very hard-fought 66-61 win. Hawaii had to battle from what was a dreadful start through a good chunk of that first half. Went over 9 minutes without scoring. But strong defense, timely shooting, and some key free throws here toward the end helps Hawaii get to the finish line to get to 10-2 on the year and extend its winning streak to 6 games. UTEP will fall to 3-6. They'll head back home on what has been a very difficult road trip for them. 4 consecutive losses for the Miners, and they've got conference play coming up starting on December 29th. This is one of those games that really sharpens the iron just a little bit. You don't necessarily love going into conference play feeling like you had to battle and battle and battle and not have your best stuff. But if there's anything that will mimic conference play and get you a little better prepared for what you're going to face in the Big West, this might be the game that best mimics that. And Hawaii will have 2 of them a year starting next year against UTEP. So what better way to go into a break having been challenged and having coming out on the best side of that challenge like the Bows did tonight. Final, Hawaii 66, UTEP 61. Back with the post game in a moment. We'll talk with Hawaii head coach Eran Ganot and more coming up. You're listening to Hawaii Basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Gather round, ladies, and join us Sunday, January 25th at Kapiolani Park for the Hawaii Pacific Health Women's 10K and 5K Fun Run. Embrace a healthier lifestyle and enjoy a fun-filled day. Women of all ages and fitness levels are welcome to participate by running, walking, or jogging the course. And if you can't be there in person, virtual race options are available. Register today at hphwomen's10k.org.
Aloha, Kanoa Leahy here, and I am thrilled to tell you about Kahala. Kahala Aloha shirts are stories of our island home. Stylish, comfortable, designed by local artists, Kahala has been part of our ohana since 1936. As a proud partner of Let's Talk Sports, we encourage you to wear the original Aloha shirt that generations have loved. Pick one up for yourself at one of Kahala's 6 stores island-wide, or you can visit them online at kahala.com.
Get ready, Hawaii. It's the Rainbow Warriors facing the Cal Golden Bears in the 22nd edition of the Sheraton Hawaii Bowl. Christmas Eve at 3 p.m. at the Clarence T.C. Ching Athletic Complex. Feel the energy as Timmy Chang and Nick Rolovich lead their teams in this historical matchup. This is college football at its best, turning holiday spirit into game day excitement and a tradition you can't miss. Bring your friends, bring your ohana, and make memories at Hawaii's holiday tradition. It's more than a game. It's a celebration of community and local pride. Experience the edge of your seat competition right here at home. Hawaii versus Cal. Grab your tickets now at SheratonHawaiiBowl.com. Don't miss out. The Sheraton Hawaii Bowl, made in Hawaii, played in Hawaii. Mahalo to Sheraton Hotels and Resorts, Kuya Hotels and Resorts, the Hawaii Tourism Authority, Hawaiian Airlines, Maui Brewing Company, and Coca-Cola Bowl season.
Did you know emotional symptoms are common after a concussion? Anxiety, sadness, irritability? These feelings can make everyday life harder after a head injury. And if you've had emotional struggles before, recovery could take even longer. That's why it's so important to recognize and understand these symptoms are a normal part of healing. If you need help, contact a medical professional. Learn more at hawaiiconcussion.com. This message was brought to you by Hawaii Concussion Awareness Management Program, HCAM.
Fort Ruger Market is famous for their poke, Filipino, and Hawaiian dishes, but did you know they can cater their local favorites? With full-service catering options, it's perfect for parties, office events, and tailgating. Fort Ruger Market's family